What's up, guys? Welcome to your 193rd Android tutorial for the new Boston. What we're going to do in this tutorial is basically set up our seek bar and adjust our volume. So it's going to be pretty much completing this activity. And just to make reference of why we set up the max value and the current value is what we're going to do is we're going to access our seek bar and we're going to say, hey, the maximum value is going to be the same as the maximum value of our audio manager, or the maximum value our phone will allow. And then why we set the current value is right when our activity starts, we're going to set this bar equal to wherever the current volume is on the person's phone. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use that method called onProgressChange, and when we change the progress of our bar, it's actually going to change the volume of the person's device through, again, the audio manager. So that's pretty much what we're going to do in this tutorial. So let's jump right into it. And again, what we need to do is we need to set the maximum value of our seek bar. If you guys aren't using, the volume, you can set this to whatever, like 1,000, and then as your progress changes, you can get that value, that int value. Like if you're halfway through, that'd be like 500 or something. But since we're working with volume, we want to have it equal to the maximum volume that we can get through our audio manager. So what we're going to say is we're going to say SB for seek bar, and then we're going to say set max, and this is the maximum volume again. This is the highest our seek bar is going to allow us to go, and what we want to set this maximum volume to equal is basically the maximum volume, what we want this max value to equal is the max value or the max volume that we can run. So again, we can't go any higher than the maximum volume here, and again, that's why we set up that int. And now what we need to do is we need to set where we want the progress bar to start, and we're going to set that equal to, again, wherever the current position is or the current volume on the person's phone is. So we're going to say sb.setProgress, and again, it takes an int value, and that's why we set up our current volume. So there we go. And all we have left to do pretty much is basically use this onProgressChange method, and as you can see, we get some values, and I'm going to change this reference here at least to progress, because again, that's going to return basically where our progress bar is at, and that's how we're going to set our volume. So again, just for reference, let's say we set our max volume to 1,000 and we set our current volume to like 100 or something. When we move our progress bar, let's say we start at 100, we move it halfway, so that'd be 500. It'd pass in this int, it'd pass in 500 to this onProgressChange, so we can basically work with the progress of the bar. And that's pretty much what we're going to do with our audio manager. We're going to refer to our audio manager, and then we're just going to say set stream volume, and we're going to set that equal to the type that we want it to affect. So we're going to say audio manager dot stream music, and again, that's just the type of volume that we're working with, because we have like the media volume and also like the ringer volume, all those kind of things that we could potentially do. So we want to say it's the the music that we're working with, and then what we want to change it by, or what we want to set it to, is again our progress of our progress bar. So we're just going to say progress, that's being passed in, and our flags we're going to set to 0. And I believe that should be it. Again, just to talk through everything, and then we'll run our application, make sure it works. Again, we set up a progress bar, we set the max value that our progress bar can go to basically the max value of our maximum volume. Again, we got the maximum volume as an int because we referred to the audio manager class to get the maximum value that's allowed, and then we also did that with the current volume, and we're going to set our progress bar wherever the current volume is. And then when we change the progress bar, we have this listener, which is just going to set the stream volume again through the audio manager, and we're going to change this type of stream, which is music, and according to the progress on our seek bar. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's run our application. Turn it up here. We're going to go down to our seek bar volume. As you can see, the volume starts about right here. It's not at the maximum volume. And I'll just mess around with this. Hopefully you guys can hear. and see, we can just, you know, mess with the music. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that tutorial. I know it's kind of simple, but I wanted to show the seek bar and also how we can mess around with the system volume, because, you know, that could be useful to someone anyway. So thanks again for watching, guys, and we're pretty much gonna do the finishing touches of our application throughout the remainder of this series. Again, add ads and put it on the marketplace and update it on the marketplace. So thanks again for watching, guys, and catch you in the next tutorial.